So let's go back to 2010. Why is this so significant? It's because it's the first time that I would ever encounter AKN, Acne Keloidalis Nuchae. If you're new here, what that looks like is this. Basically a severe case of ingrown hairs that just typically don't go away. So let me tell you about the first time I ever saw someone with AKN. So during this time, me and my family, we went to a barbecue and I was talking to this guy, but he never seemed to like move off the wall. And when he finally did, I looked behind his head and you could see that he just had a very severe case of AKN. So after going home, I didn't really think about it too much, but little did I know, if I had the foresight, that this would be the same problem that I would have in the years to come.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
You see, the issue with AKN is that it's pretty difficult to get rid of. So if you go to your dermatologist and you're a person of color, you're black, you're Hispanic, or whatever, you've just got curly hair and you found yourself in a position where you've got AKN, they just don't know how to deal with it. So when you go to a professional and they tell you, we don't actually know how to fix this and we don't know what's going on, it makes a lot of guys who are going through this issue feel isolated and sometimes feel basically hopeless because they don't see a light at the end of the tunnel and there seems to be no resolution for the issue that they're going through. So when there seems to be no clear path to actually treating this problem, then it leads to a lot of actions of desperation. I've been through mine. I've tried so many different types of things on my scalp just out of desperation to try and get rid of this issue, and none of them in the past ever seemed to work. Even in my comment section, when I look at my previous videos, I've seen that some guys have even tried using bleach on their head, which sounds extreme, but it illustrates the level of desperation a lot of guys have and the agency they have to try and get rid of this issue. There's so many people as well that message me like, Toba, in the past, like I used to have such a booming social life, but now I just get ready, I'll look in the mirror and I'll think about all the times where I used to go out and used to have a good time and socialize with people, but now I just decide like it's better that I just don't go, because the bumps at the back of my head are way too embarrassing, I'll be too self-conscious, and there's really no point. And I feel for these guys because I know exactly how it feels. I've been through all these things in the past and I know it doesn't matter how confident you are, when you've got bumps that you can't get rid of that affect your appearance, it's going to hit your self-esteem. So what can we do about this? On this channel, I've got so much content around the topic of AKN, from hygiene to diet to treatment to cutting your own hair. I've gone through so many different things and told you all the little bits and bobs that I've done here to basically treat my AKN. But in this video, I want to go through my daily routine because I think it will be more valuable to you guys to see what I do every day to keep the AKN away. Bars.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about that.
Before we dive into my daily routine, I want to let you guys know that all the products that I'm going to be using here are available on barberbumps.com. So you're able to pick up the kit, you're able to pick up the antiseptic, the serum, the soap, and everything that I'm going to be using in the next section. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We're nearly on 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing for this channel. My goal is to get to 1k, 5k, 10k on this channel and to keep spreading the message and helping as many guys as we can on this channel and basically build a community. So hit that subscribe button. So let me take you through how I currently treat my AKN and what my routine is on a daily basis. Now, if you've been on this channel before, then you've probably seen a couple of my videos how I show you how I treat my scalp and all this kind of stuff. And it's relatively the same. So I use 3 products, which is basically an antiseptic, a soap, and a serum. So I basically use these 3 products and that's it. Now, let's get into the routine. So these are the extra things that I use when doing this routine. So the first thing I use is an exfoliating glove. The second thing that I use is a clean towel. I'm going to emphasize clean towel. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our soap and we're going to use a small amount and we're going to put it around the area that's most affected with AKN. So as you can see, we've got a small amount of soap right here. So I'm going to lather that in my hand. And then we're going to scrub the area that's affected with AKN. So for me, as you can see, it's the back of my head. One thing that I also recommend that you do is, even if you don't have AKN around certain areas of your scalp, still lather the soap around that area too, because we don't want to introduce new infections anywhere else. So just lather it everywhere. As you can see, that's nice and lathered. So whilst the soap is still on your hand, we're going to take our antiseptic. This is literally the magic stuff. So I'm going to spray this into my hand a couple of times. And then I'm going to continue lathering this at the back of my scalp and at the top of my head as well. If you want, you can also just spray this directly onto your scalp, but just make sure that you've got some water or some soap on your scalp beforehand, because this stuff is strong. So I personally like to let this sit in my scalp for around 1 to 2 minutes, and then I'm just going to wash everything off. So I've rinsed everything off, and I'm going to use a clean towel to pat dry my scalp. Finally, I'm going to take some serum. I'm going to use around a pea-size amount. You don't need too much. And then I'm just going to lather this right at the back of my head, and then I'm going to also lather it at the top of my head as well. This stuff is also strong, so try not to get the antiseptic or the serum in your eyes, because it's not going to be a fun day. And finally, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to get our do-rag. Like, there's just a lot of room for infection and reintroducing infection, so the best thing to do is just try your best to cover your head with a do-rag. This is amazing, especially when you want to go to sleep. And there we go. That's literally all I do. I try and do this routine at least 4 times a week. We give our scalp some time to recover as well, because if we're using an antiseptic, which is very strong, we're also using the serum, which is also very strong, we need time for our scalp to recover and to heal and to get better. But one of the most important things is making sure just your general hygiene is very good during this period. So if you're going to buy any of these products, or you're going to source any of these products I've mentioned in the past, try and do this for at least 3 to 6 months. Not just try and do it for a week or a day and be like, I can't see any results or anything like that. This is for the long term, and hopefully you get to a point similar to mine where my AKN is very minimal, because I've been in your position as well where the AKN is very bad. So this stuff is long term. So if you've watched up to this point, by the way, remember to subscribe to my channel, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and it motivates me to make more videos, because I get so much positive feedback from this channel. I get so many people messaging me. I've got a lot of people to message back, so I haven't forgotten about your messages. So please remember to hit that subscribe button, because it means a lot, and it also helps me reach my personal goals, and it allows me to make more videos to help you guys. I will see you guys in the next video.